Hello and welcome to my festival roundup video. Normally I would have done this as separate videos for each event, but obviously I've been working a lot in quick succession with no real time to record, so obviously I've got a lot of different things to cover, and one of them is that they're now using plastic things rather than the metal ones, which can tighten up around your wrist while you're wearing them, so they can get really tight. So they decide to leave a centimetre gap which is enough to get over your hands. And then obviously you can just pull it off and then hand it to your friends who can reload it back in if they have something a bit more better than my fingers. Yeah, some sort of pen or implement to push it would be most helpful. But you could easily just reload it back in, pull it tight, and then just hand it off again without breaking them, and then it would look right with the bit of room that you leave. That's easy to get over your hands if you just do the right thing. Not that I should be showing you those techniques. Anyway, first up was the Isle of Ice, which was ridiculously hot weather at the time, and on the first day we were given staff water, so we sat in the campsite just burning away in the sun heat. So I got a bit of heat stroke and spent part of that day just lying down and recovering, so I didn't really go get to see anything until working, and then I went into our festival and really getting to go see Red Hot Chili Peppers, but that was their own UK performance, so that was okay and I didn't mind so much. But there were a lot of people being taken advantage of, like all the hard workers, whereas the people who didn't work that hard were being given lots of time off to go see whatever the hell they really wanted to go see, which wasn't really that fair, and I ended up jumping on the pop bar to help corrals and different things like that. So, not the best in the world. Next up was Why Not, I believe, and that ended up being a crappy wristband like this, which just snaps off because of the stuff. That was a bit crappy. I'd rather have a fabricy one, or even one of the ones like the rest of them, which is a plastic one. That was alright. I mean, we got a lot more because they didn't overstuff it. Actually, some students from that one go back to that. They didn't overstuff it so much, which they did at Somerset, yeah. So didn't get to see too much, but got to see a little work on the bar. Downside, I got stuck in a shipping crate on my own on Friday, the entire day. So even though I ended up running the bar because I had a radio and was basically managing my own bar, I didn't get manager's rates because it's just a crappy fast cam thing. So that was a bit shitty and very, very boring. They really wanted me to do that the entire weekend, and if I was getting manager's rates and maybe have a person with there for company rather than just being stuck on my own, and I say radio, it's not a music radio, it's the communications radio, and you can't really have conversations on that. It's mainly just to reel and stop because you get in trouble if you go and having a laugh with everyone. No view at the bar, and they didn't even give me earphones, and it was reverberating really bad because a metal shipping crate next to some gudgeons and other things that are vibrating loud, that was hurting my ears, so I had to make my own improvised earplugs from the toilet bowl for health and safety reasons. But, other than that, I got in the main bar the next day and the day after, and the meals were really, really crap. They were like undercooked and raw rice, and on the last day, because everyone was had been enough of it, they decided to give us a meal from one of the other vans. I've got this part way and it's now stuck. So yeah, that was alright until I got to have one mouthful of mine, and they're like, they didn't even ask politely. It's just like, come help on the bar, you've got to go back in, even though you just started your break, and everyone else has been on their break for a bit while longer and got to eat their meal. You've just had one bite, but you're coming back in. So it's demoralising because I have happy, reheated, disgusting, soggy hot dog and chips. not the best in the world. So back a week to Sonosphere. At that festival, they ridiculously overstaffed. So there were a lot of people that didn't even get any hours. But I didn't mind, I got a few hours, I got 16, and I got to see quite a few bands like Baby Metal, and the people were doing the sound check, and the audience didn't get that kind of cheering along. And so they even said, we're doing the sound check, of course it was in Japanese, we could understand the word sound check, and they were all just cheering along, and you could see they were doing the sound check because they were testing the instruments, pointing up and down for whether they wanted it to end up or down and different things. But they put on a good show, and they were telling the story in Japanese, so most people didn't get the story, but they're interesting to watch. Other bands, there were a few. One notable one would be Ghosts, which, you know, it's a metal festival, and as long as you understand that they're clearly putting on a show because they're dressed up like demons from Buffy, and he's got the stage presence and putting on more of a show, but more the actual songs themselves, like Sell Your Soul to Satan and all this other stuff. They go along with the show, but people just liking it more to listen to, I can't really see it, so yeah, that's just my personal opinion, but they did put on a good show, and he was clearly working as an actor, and, you know, he deserved an award for being an actor, so that was okay. And then there was Iron Maiden, which had an air fight, so I didn't get to see the air fight, unfortunately, because I was working on the bar at that time. I would have liked to have seen it, and our bar was out in the middle of nowhere, I didn't get put on the main bar. Every other year, 90% of the time I'm on main bars. This year has been the year of the shit bars. Hidden shipping crates, hidden thing by the ovens here. At least I was not on my own for that one, I had company. But yeah, kind of a bit crappy. Couldn't hear anything, couldn't see anything from there. Not too busy, so the day didn't go as quick as I would have liked, and that's about it. But I had plenty of time to go see some things, covered my fees and everything, so that was okay. After that was Woodstock, which again, it's not a rock festival like Sonosphere was. This was the heavy metal festival. So really heavy, and I got put on the stupidest shift ever. I was on the Hobgoblin stands, which was me and a couple of other people. Now, they put me on 8 AM till 3 PM, and the manager on that was meant to be doing 1 PM till close, so it would have been just me on my own managing it, but then they decided, no, we'll put the manager to do the entire day, and yeah, so we ended up sitting around doing not a lot of anything. And then, oh yeah, the reason they did that is because I used to work for Creative. I'm now subcontracted for Flair because they lost the NEC contract, so I left them when they lost that, but they still sort of know me, and the people that were at Bloodstock didn't, so yeah, they were like, why is he on this? So yeah, oh well. So I ended up just being a normal worker, sat around boards, finished at 3 PM pointlessly as a normal worker. It's like, you're doing next to nothing because the arena doesn't even open till gone 10 and people aren't really drinking that much at that time. So yeah, had a lot of time to go see stuff, but not a lot of it was really my sort of thing. Some of it was okay, but some of it's a bit too heavy for me. And then there's the traders. It's a common thing for people to make trade festivals, and the manager on the Hobgoblin stand was obviously happy to make trades, so yeah, trades were made with other places. I've got one trader from Uncle Gio's Italian Nights. His idea is that he would come along and he wanted to take some plastic cups, and this was when I was in charge, because obviously even though I wasn't managing the entire thing, I covered the radio and stuff when the manager wasn't on the bar. And so he came along and was like, should I have some plastic cups? And I was like, well, so I was talking, we're not really allowed to give them out. And then he just back on and said, come to mine later for a pizza. So, you know, we had no choice in the matter. He was already running off with them. It's not like we could chase after him and tackle him to get plastic cups back. It's only a couple of plastic cups. And yeah, so he offered us free pizza. I was happy to accept that, you know. Free pizza for some plastic cups, not even giving out any product. Go to claim it later, and he's like, oh, you've all claimed 20 pizzas from us. And it's like, there's 4 of us on the bar, and none of us has left, and none of us have claimed any pizzas. But yeah, emailing the company, they kind of insist that 20 people had pizzas, and one person had 6 in one day. Just one person, apparently. Yes, this was not us. This was some other company. So yeah, they clearly make trades with people and give the stock away to other people and consider the truth statements rather than giving the person who they made trades with or offered free products to, not even living up to it. Not even suggesting alcohol in trade for it, you know, just berate you in front of the customers and scare off your own customers, which happens. So yeah, that was a bit stupid of me and a bit lacking of honour. So I would never ever make trades with them concierge in selling drink because I don't think they would ever give me the product. They would just take whatever you give me. It was a good job no beer was given because they would drink all the beer and not give free pizzas because they're clearly such a classy place. I wouldn't even buy from them as customers because that leaves such a bad taste, you know. It's like distrust and dishonour. I just don't get why people can be shaming like that. And then, what was afterwards? I think there's one that I've used somewhere, other than the, obviously. Some say why not? Blood stuff. Oh well, let's go on to the festival. And that was the last one I did. I ended up with not one band. It doesn't come off, at least I was on the main bar for that one. Yeah, that's not coming off. 2. It does come off. Why is the yellow one stronger than the orange one? I do not know. But the orange one was later. Yeah, first night I was on the main bar. Not too bad, you know, usual busy fun, but then second and third nights I was stuck in the Virgin house, which I've never left. Not even our house, which would have been better because it's busy. I was stuck in the hidden garden behind our house where no one really chose or notices too much. Because it is hidden behind a fence that just looks like a border to the arena, so no one thinks to go to it. So yeah, that was very, very boring. Not only boring because I was on that bar, but because I was stuck on the till, so I didn't even really get to talk to many other customers. Yeah, looking forward to talking to a lot of customers and having a bit of fun, but no, stuck on till, not really. I got to talk to a couple of customers and even had a fan club and took pictures with me and had signatures and craziness, but yeah, other than that, a little boring. And that is the end of the festival season. I could have done cream fields and there's another one coming that I can do, but so many weekends and tents and silliness, and it's not been a good year of festivals compared to normal. I missed the busy bars and I've put this thing so wrong on this shit. I'm just going to rip it out. Even though rip the end of it, because one end backwards. Fill in with it in the entire video trying to get it to go in. That's probably why it didn't go in as well, because it was backwards. But yeah, cold tents and not being able to get much sleep. It's not a lot of fun. I would rather be doing sleep and be able to do some videos and have some time between them. Because 4 weekends in a row. That's why I'm missing one. I don't know what the other one was. This is not good. It's bad. Because I love them. Maybe I've just included cream views which I didn't go to. These are easy to get off, but once you do that. Lid over. Again, I'm showing you these techniques. I shouldn't be showing you. I pulled it a bit hard and ripped it, but you can easily poke that back in and shove that over the top and even with some curing. Just look the part. Yeah. Best tourist ones are easy to defeat. That's why they replaced the metal one, but they've made an even more defeatable one. Which is the point, and that's why I never trust the ID bands. Proof of age. And at least I wear mine tight and proper. Most people put them. Oh yeah, you can even slip these over this, especially that one, because that one is quite loose. It's just because it's listening. I've seen people wearing them even looser than that, and I think, well, if you're wearing it that loose, you can slip it over your hands. Even if it says you're over 18, I still want to see ID. No, I'm not going to serve you with a loose band because you can slip it off, give it to someone else, especially when it's loose. You probably slip it off someone with a bigger wrist, and now show up is getting alcohol. No, I'm not taking that risk. It's just not worth it. That's, hey, some people don't care. Some people will take ID that's clearly not them, and if you got ID with a picture of you and a child, I mean, don't expect to be served. It's got to look like you now, because it could be your brother as a kid, it could be anyone as a kid with a similar nose or a similar face, really. That's another thing. A lot of people have been offensive this year. It's just like, you look strange, you look high, you look weird. And it's like, yeah, what happened this year to make me look so different? I know I've got a broken nose and I've got long hair and I'm probably sunburned. But yeah, normally I don't get this much abuse. Oh well. Thank you for watching and see you next.